Smile at your heart. Be aware of your crown. Smile at your crown. Now be aware of your heart and your crown simultaneously and smile. Be aware of your own soul. Smile at your soul. Be aware of your own spiritual teacher, even if you may not know who that is. In this lifetime, be aware that when we incarnate, we are assigned to a spiritual guru, a spiritual teacher to help us, to guide us, to protect us, to feed us with spiritual energy. The physical guru may or may not be physically with us, but they are there on the soul level. So be aware of a greater, brighter white light within and around the soul. And let us invoke to the Supreme God, to Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Master Chokoksui, to Mahaguru Jimeling, to Buddha Kuan Yin, to the Holy Buddhas and Holy Bodhisattvas, to the Divine Gods, to the Holy Saints, to the Messengers of God, to the Prophets, that each of us pray to and believe in, to our higher soul, to our guardian angels, to our spiritual helpers, spiritual guides, spiritual teachers, to the divine energy beings within and around each of us, to the holy angels, to the healing angels, to the healing ministers, to the archangels, to the hierarchy of angels, to the lords of gratitude, lords of mercy, lords of compassion, lords of karma, to Lord God, and to all the great, great ones. We thank you all for your divine presence, divine guidance, divine blessing, divine healing, divine protection, divine mercy, divine help, divine compassion. Thank you for blessing us with purifying light, soothing, healing energies, with inner healing, inner peace, inner joy, inner strength, inner motivation to do what is right and to continue with our practices. Thank you for blessing us with spirituality, with good health, with prosperity, success, abundance, with relationship healing. Thank you for blessing us with wisdom, with clarity, illumination, goodwill, and the will to do good. Thank you for the miraculous healing, miraculous energies, and miraculous protection. With thanks and in full faith, so be it. Let us now say the soul affirmation. Please keep your tongue connected to the palate, your spine as straight as you can, and mentally or silently repeat along with me. I am the soul. I am not the body. I am not the emotion. I am not the thought. I am not the mind. The mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, divine power. I am connected and one with my higher soul. I am that I am. I am one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I am connected with God. I am one with God. I am one with all. This is the truth, regardless of the capacity of the brain to experience this truth. I am that I am. Shall now say the Lord's Prayer. If you are unfamiliar or uncomfortable with this prayer, you may choose to say any prayer of your choice or any mantra of your choice for the next 1 minute. And also, I'd like to bring to your attention that this prayer doesn't belong to one particular religion. So let us begin. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from every evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory are yours, now and forever and ever. Amen. You may gently open your eyes in case your eyes close. Okay. So yesterday we did gratitude towards prosperity, objects of prosperity in our lives and around us, right? So as mentioned yesterday during the session, that when we talk about prosperity, our mind usually goes to either expensive things or properties or money in the bank or things like that. But the idea is to not neglect or ignore or forget about the little things that enable us to finally have prosperity, right? We may all have all the little things, which is why we have more of the other things. Like, for example, if we have money, if we have property, if we have jewelry, etc., it is usually already a given that we live in a house, we have food to eat, or, we have beds and things like that. But what we are trying to inculcate is the ability to remember to share gratitude with all of this. Focus usually goes on that, like, I want a better job, I want better pay, I want more customers, I want property to sell, I want a bigger car, I have a nice car. But what about all the little things that combine to make the bigger things? Today's session, we shall go towards relationships, right? And a question that may come into your mind is, I'm focused on money, I want prosperity. Relationship can wait, or my family would understand, or my focus is on the monetary aspect. but we need to also remember that it is easier to work, it is easier to have ideas and to focus and make the right decisions and to be more productive if the relationships around us are also harmonious. So with the support of, let's say, the parents or husband, wife, or children, friends, relatives, etc., it reduces the things that we need to be concerned about and removes or reduces the things we need to worry about. So it is usually a good idea to take care of the relationships as we progress, as we move towards prosperity. Some of the things are quite obvious. You know, some of us may not, how do we say, fall into certain categories wherein we are doing something wrong intentionally. But a lot of times we may do things unintentionally. We may avoid saying things or doing things or thinking things or even feeling things in the right way because our focus and concentration is towards another area of our life. Initially, I thought we'll do the last part of the presentation today, but I think that is something that would suit tomorrow's session. So I've kept that part for tomorrow. And today we'll do a very small talk on relationships and we'll go directly into the practice. So relationships is something that we have from the time we are born, whether we know it, whether we don't know it, whether we want to admit it or accept it, but it is what we have from the time of conception onwards. First, we have an intimate bond and relationship with our mother, right? We may not know of her existence while we are in the womb. And despite that, we know, we believe, and we feel that we are secure, we are protected wherever we are, right? And most likely we are not even fully aware of the world outside. And that is our entire environment. Along with that, of course, relationship with the father, because without, and I'm going to use a term, but I don't mean to degrade the father or the male figure, but without that one sperm cell, this life would not be possible, right? So we need the male counterpart, we need the female counterpart, which is the egg, right? So there is this intimate relationship that we already share from the time of conception up until we are born. And everything after that becomes part of our conscious or subconscious life and our relationship, and then further decides on the relationship we have after that. A lot of times what happens is when we are very, very young, we tend to idolize our parents and that they are the best, they can never make any mistake, and whatever they say is right. And so even the smallest things may tend to affect us in ways that we may not understand while we are growing. And as we grow up, the friends we have is like a projection of what we have or what we don't have at home. So similarly with the partner that we search for in our life. For example, if, for instance, a child is not able to get the love from her father, so she will look at somebody who can provide that for her in an external relationship. Similarly with a boy, if the boy does not receive the love from his father, he will look to be the right father figure in the relationship that he finds, or they will look for a girl who can provide that sense of it, and vice versa. And this is not only about opposite genders, because we also need to acknowledge the fact that it is okay, for opposite genders, even for the same genders, to be in love with each other, to have and foster relationships. So in today's gratitude session, we're going to try and practice gratitude with the little things that may have gone unsaid, because feeling gratitude is one thing, expressing gratitude is another thing, but thinking, feeling, expressing, and acting in a way of gratitude is a whole package. So we needn't have to do this all the time, but we should try and combine it as much as we can. Sometimes we may even feel that, saying thank you feels awkward, or if I um, say thank you too often, maybe it might lose its value. Maybe the other people won't appreciate me. But we need to realize that it is not just like how forgiveness is not so much for the other person, but for us. Similarly, gratitude, it is for the other person, but more than the other person, it is for us, right? So let us start today's practice. And in case your parents or one of them may not be physically present in your life, either due to distance or due to the fact that they may have left their physical body, we will still practice gratitude, because energy, especially energies of gratitude or high vibrational energy, tends to go beyond, right? So if we believe and if we know and understand that the soul is immortal, and every single human being, when they incarnate, they have a soul. So the gratitude that we express towards all the people, not just parents, not just romantic relationship, not just siblings, but everything. So we'll try to go as in depth as we can. Of course, we have limitation of time, but understand that you can modify this practice. You can do it by yourself, because you have the ability to practice gratitude, to practice forgiveness, to even practice mercy, right? Because you and all of us have been created in the image of God, and we have the will, the free will to do or not to do. So do make your choices with careful thought. All right. So please close your eyes. Keep your tongue to your palate, especially if you're doing the session in your mind or silently. If you are going to verbalize, and you can, of course, let go of the connection of the tongue to the palate. But try and remember to continue to keep your tongue to the palate every time that you are practicing silence. Try to keep your spine as straight as you can. And observe yourself from the youngest recollection and remembrance of yourself, either through photographs, or if you remember how you look like, or if you remember looking into the mirror, remembering your outfit or what you look like, your hairstyle, whatever it is, whichever is the youngest version of you that you are able to remember, even if it is one of the elders trying to describe you, to help you have an image, just remember yourself. And you may choose to hold the hand of your youngest self, or you can be seated beside each other, or you can stand, whatever you wish to. And try your best to have an exceptional level of love towards this version of you. and mentally tell this younger version of yourself, the youngest version of yourself, silently convey the emotions and the thoughts of love to that version of you, giving a sense of comfort or consolation, saying that I am here, that you did good, you will do good in your life. And you have your own support during the entire journey of life. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith, stay strong. And tell this to yourself. I am here. I am here for you, and I shall be here for you till the last moment, till your last breath. I shall never leave you, never leave your side. I am yours, and you are mine. Thank you for being you in all the moments of the life to come. Now gently try and recollect, if you remember, what your parents looked like when they were much younger. If you've seen photographs, perhaps, of your parents before marriage or during marriage, before you were born, try and recollect those images. And by any chance, if you haven't had that opportunity, you may just visualize the way you know your parents today, or the last recollection of your parents, and smile at them. And our first thank you is to their soul and your soul for choosing this moment to help you incarnate and be born in this lifetime. Thank you. And even before you're born, you know that somewhere inside you are already proud of them. So tell your mom, tell your dad, in whichever way you would like to call them, say thank you, Dad. I am proud of you. Thank you, Mom. I am proud of you. No matter how life turns out, no matter what kind of parenting style I receive, I want you both to know that I am proud of you. I am thankful, I am grateful, and I am blessed for the life that I am about to have. Thank you. I'm also thankful for your parents, for your ancestors, for their souls, for because of their choices, You exist, and because of your choices, I am about to exist. So thank you. Try and visualize yourself in the womb of your mother. And it's okay if you see darkness, if you're unable to visualize, just have the intent. Because we are going to start radiating gratitude from that moment onward to the relationship that we have that was created even before our birth. So radiate gratitude to all of the mother's body, your mother's entire body. Every second, every moment, they've tried their best, in the best of their ability and capability, to ensure that you are safe, you are protected, and that you grow in the healthiest way possible that they know of, that they are aware of. So let's say thank you from the deepest part of ourselves to the outermost part of ourselves as we are a child, and keep radiating this. Allow this gratitude to bring a smile on her face, to keep her happy, to keep her motivated, to keep her inspired, to continue to do the right things in the best way that she is able to understand and know. So keep radiating gratitude as you grow into a fully developed fetus, radiating love, peace, joy, gratitude, and respect. And allow for this gratitude to radiate even beyond your mom. Allowing even your father, your dad, to be in the same field of gratitude for all the moments that they have been together, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. In case by any chance there is anybody practicing this gratitude, and if you hadn't had the opportunity to know the father or know the mother, even from a young age, but it is only because of their existence that you are here today. So please share gratitude to them, to both of them. Focusing on the fact that you have life in your body today because they chose to have you. Even sometimes we may hear our parents or overhear maybe some relatives saying, probably we were the unplanned child, or that they didn't know, or one day they just discovered they were pregnant. But even though physically, consciously speaking, the human forms may not know, but their soul knew. And you are here. So thank you. Allow yourself to be born in the ways that the parents knew or understood as the most appropriate way to have you born in those moments, based on whatever factors it may be it financial, physical health, ability to be in the right place at the right time, the travel time. So radiate gratitude as you are welcomed into the world beyond the womb. The smiling faces, the relief that the child is born, that there is life in the child. So thank you. Radiate gratitude to the doctors, to the nurses, to the parents, to the helpers, to the midwives, to whoever, in whichever way you were born. Allow the energies of gratitude to help every person, every being in that space at that point in time. And allow yourself to welcome yourself into this world. Thank you. Thank you for the nourishment. Thank you for the physical nourishment, the emotional nourishment, the mental nourishment, because it is a combination of the parents that are the ingredients for our bodies. So thank you. Thank you for carrying me around. Thank you for holding my hand. Thank you to the grandparents around, to the house helps, to the nannies, to the governors, to all the house helps, to the relatives that were around, that contributed in their own ways. We aren't going to see them as negative or positive, but just the fact that they have contributed towards your growth, your development across various aspects of your life. So thank you. Allow yourself to continue growing, to learn, to experience life, to explore your surroundings, to explore yourself, to explore your own emotions, your own thoughts. As you grow with yourself, if you have siblings, with your siblings, with your parents, because these are relationships that consciously or subconsciously mold what we look for and what we receive. So allow gratitude to release any unharmonious, unpeaceful, any traumatic images, any traumatic experiences, any negative thoughts, any negative thought forms, any negative thought entities from your life, from those moments onwards up until the very moment of now. Just release them and let go. Gratitude is a very high vibrating energy, high vibrating frequency. You can help release the negativities from yourself, from any part of your life, through the energies, through the blessings of gratitude. So keep releasing and allow yourself to keep growing, keep developing spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, in the capacity of the brain, the mind. And keep moving across your timeline and continue to practice gratitude with the people, with the persons that have come into your life, including if you have any pets. Say thank you to your very first friends in school, to the teacher, because that is also a relationship. If you travel by public transport, by auto rickshaws, cabs, in your own cars with drivers, allow yourself to radiate gratitude because thank you. Thank you for your presence in my life. Thank you to the teachers who taught me my basics, my foundations, who helped to understand me. Thank you to the people around, the friends who made me feel welcomed, who accepted me for the way I am. And thank you to myself for being able to accept and have friends. Thank you to the drivers, the bus drivers, the public transport drivers, the cabs, taxis, rickshaws, private transport drivers, because they were there in those times to help take you to the place where you wanted to go, where you wished to go, where you needed to go, be it school, be it relatives' homes, be it to the hospital, be it to a playground. Express gratitude to all those people. And it's okay if you don't remember them. It's okay if you don't recollect those moments. Just allow yourself to feel gratitude to all the people across your life as you were growing into this amazingly wonderful adult that you are. Gratitude is for everyone, every single person, even to the ones who may have done things to hurt us, because in those acts, it is an opportunity for us to grow, either physically, ethically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And we also need to be thankful because in them doing that act, they helped us neutralize our negative karma. And they've put themselves in a place where they generate negative karma for our development. So if not thank you, then what else can we tell somebody who on the soul level is doing a selfless act to help us grow, to help us develop? Thank you. Thank you to the relatives, to the family, to the parents, to the siblings, for doing all of the things to help me be who I am today. Sometimes because of hardships, because of challenges, we are directed to follow spirituality. We are directed to do the right thing. We are directed to better choices later on in our life. Even though in those moments there may have been pain, hurt, sadness, anger, or any kind of negative emotion. but in the present or even in the near future, by the blessings of God and our higher self and the spiritual teacher, we may be allowed to have the guidance or to see the big picture or to receive our reward for continuing to do the right thing over and over again. Gratitude is one of the right things that we can keep doing over and over again. Try and bring yourself to the moment of now or to the present moment and visualize the people, the relationships that you have come across from the moment you woke up until the moment you entered this session, and radiate gratitude, express gratitude, feel gratitude for all that they do. In the act of practicing gratitude, we are also trying to be aware of the finer details. So say thank you. Thank you to your wife. Thank you to your husband who were there right beside you. By any chance, if they are no longer in the physical body, thank you for being with me till the moment where you left, either the physical body or my physical life. I am grateful and thankful. Visualize everybody, house helps, sibling, any person you spoke on the phone, the messages you sent, because everybody has a role to play in your life. So thank you. Thank you to each of the participants who are here, who contribute with their own energies. Thank you to the internet providers. That is also a service. That is also a relationship. Even though we pay for things, but those human beings in those positions, in those lives, are important for us to receive what we have, being in our own homes or being in our own place. Because if that one person or those group of people were not there in the electricity board or even in the internet service provider, there could have been delays, there could have been disruptions. So each relationship is important in our life. Even the ones that we may never see, even the ones that we may never think or remember about, but their presence in our life is important. So share gratitude and allow for this gratitude to reach them wherever they are. Even the food that you eat requires somebody to farm or grow. And even though you may not actively know them, but there is a relationship there. So express gratitude. Allow for any negative programming that we may have absorbed or consciously, subconsciously built around prosperity based on the relationships in our life. Allow them to be released from your bodies. Because when we make space, when we reprogram ourselves towards prosperity, we attract more of it into our life. We create space for it in our life. And people around us will start supporting, guiding, and protecting us. And even help us in being more prosperous. Just as when we gift somebody something and they say thank you and they're truly grateful, we automatically feel like perhaps we would like to gift something again because this person has and has expressed gratitude. So remember, when you practice gratitude with relationships, you are enabling people of the relationships, including your customers, clients, sources of revenue, to feel and to think that they wish to give you more because of the gratitude that you have. So keep radiating as much as you can for whatever you can, whenever you can, and to whoever you can, including yourself, because even you yourself have a relationship with your own self. So take care of the relationships within you and around you, and allow for prosperity to flow to you, to be showered upon you. Inhale deeply, hold your breath, and exhale. Hold your breath, normalize your breathing, and raise your hand into the blessing hand position as we say the great vocation. Be aware of your crown, your hands, and your feet. Visualize the earth in front of you. The great invocation. Om. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. May the great world teacher return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the will of every person, every being. The purpose which the holy masters know and serve. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light, love, and power descend on earth, manifest the divine plan on earth. So be it. Om. Now let us do the closing invocation. To the Supreme God, to Divine Father, Divine Mother, to Master Chokoksui, to Mahaguruji Mailing, to Buddha Kuan Yin, to the Holy Buddhas and Holy Bodhisattvas, to the Divine God, to the Holy Saints, to the Messengers of God, to the Prophets, that each of us pray to and believe in, to our higher soul, to our guardian angels, to our spiritual helpers, spiritual guides, to divine energy beings within and around each of us, and to all the great, great ones, and all the divine beings, all the visible, invisible helpers. We thank you all for your divine presence, divine guidance, divine blessing, divine healing, divine protection. With thanks and in full faith, so be it. This session is now officially complete. Go in peace to love and serve the Supreme God. May peace be with you and within you. Detach, release, and let go. And allow for any and all excess energy within and around to be directed towards our Blessed Mother Earth through the soles of your feet and the base of your spine. Thank you for your presence. You may open your eyes.
Deep gratitude to you, sir. It was a blissful session. I joined in the middle only, but it was simply very blissful.
Welcome. Thank you for joining and thank you for the feedback. Somewhere in the beginning, I felt like either a few or quite a bit of people got emotional. And so I don't know. Can somebody let me know? Did anybody get emotional by any chance?
When you said that we other people need to become nasty to make us evolve, to make us learn the lesson, then I was really getting very emotional.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your presence and thank you for sharing.
Sir, I got emotional during when I saw myself as a younger form and when I was imagining my parents when I was conceived or probably when I was born at that time. I was literally sobbing. I was crying. I could not hold it off.
Yeah, I could feel that. It felt like I don't know if anybody noticed, but I had to intentionally take pauses in between because the emotional energy was getting high. So I was like stopping and I was like, Godwin, don't cry. And I was just continuing with the session. But thank you.
Thank you
I'm
so
hoping
much,
it also
sir.
helped in ways, right? Not just got you emotional.
Yes, sir. I think I did because actually I am having a physical injury and I could literally feel some sensation at that time. When I was crying, I could, rather than the whole body, just that specific nerve was having a tingling sensation at that time.
Oh,
God knows
wow.
how it was helping it out.
Okay.
I hope it was helping me out in that way. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
I hope so too. And if it does, if you support, share your feedback, because then it could
Sure,
also
sir.
help other people. Yeah.
Definitely, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else wish to share anything else? You can also reach out to the admin of whichever group you're in. Feedback helps. Definitely, it motivates also. But sometimes, like maybe a lot of people may not have this time slot available. So they may probably access the recordings whenever and if the recordings come up. Perhaps it could motivate them, and your testimonial or your feedback, if it is able to inspire and motivate other people, it can really transform lives. So if you're shy, just in case you're shy or whatever the reason is that you don't want to share on any public platform, you can reach out to the admin personally and say, don't mention my name and whatever. And it's not only about feedback, even about suggestions. If you want to change something, feel free, feel open. So yeah, thank you. Oh, nice to know, Saloni. Welcome to all the thank yous. If nobody else wishes to share or say anything, we can close the session. Thank you, everybody.